So I found this list of the best car brands ranked worst to best, not including European brands, and I found this very interesting and very telling. So we'll name off the 5 worst and then the 5 best based on this list and the commentary associated with it. The worst, apparently, is Fiat Chrysler. That includes Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, Alfa Romeo. Low quality products, low car sales. One customer tells this person they bought a new vehicle from Fiat Chrysler and the engine blew up after 40,000 miles. I guess transmissions never shift right and quote, they're terrible. So if you value your money, who doesn't? I guess don't buy a Fiat Chrysler according to this list. The second worst is GM, the GM brand. That means GMC, Chevy, Buick, and Cadillac. The claim is the products aren't what they used to be, at least to a 70-year-old man. Things are better today than they used to be. I guess GM's quality control is in the toilet, although no sources were cited during that quote. By the way, just because a customer tells you they had a bad experience with a GM vehicle does not mean the entire GM brand is in the toilet. On a positive note, GM does make well-built small cars, so I guess they got that going for them, but the company doesn't show that they're making quality products anymore, so I guess stay away. The third worst brand, according to this list, is Nissan. Old guys remember when Nissan used to be called Datsun, although I'm not very old, and I remember when Nissan was called Datsun. I saw Datsuns driving around. Reportedly, since 2006, Nissan makes junk. One customer reported to a mechanic that their muffler fell off after 40,000 miles. One customer said this. This is not a systemic problem. This is a one-off issue. This list claims that Nissan has horrible transmissions, the CVT falls apart, so stay away from Nissan if you value your money. Number 4 is Kia. I guess they're cheap and they make okay cars if you drive up to 100,000 miles and own them for 6 to 8 years. But like the before mentioned brands, they don't make good quality. Now there was a comparison made between a Toyota SUV and a Kia SUV. I think these are new ones, and that you would save about $2,000 if you bought a Kia. Well, if you want to buy a long-lasting car, you don't buy a Kia. I guess if they only go 100,000 miles and last only 6 to 8 years. What happened to valuing your money? You'd rather buy a Toyota, which is $2,000 to $3,000 more than a Kia, but you value your money. The 5th worst brand on this list is Mitsubishi, and they compared it to the Kia, meaning a cheaper made car. I guess they burn oil as they age, according to a customer. In fact, you're better off buying a used Honda or Toyota versus a new Mitsubishi, according to this list, even though a new Mitsubishi is less expensive than buying a new Honda or Toyota. Okay, the good stuff now, the best brands, 5 down to 1. At number 5, Subaru, even though the person who made this list is not a fan of Subaru, they're not a fan of much of anything, and based on recent engine designs, they feel the symmetrical all-wheel drive system is good. They got it down pat, even though they're not a fan. But they have had problems in the past with gaskets and automatic transmission issues in the past. So past problems with gaskets and automatic transmissions, but that's not bad enough compared to what one customer says about a different brand. At number 4 is Mazda. I guess driving does matter, even though they're not a fan of this car or manufacturer. They do make a cute little sports car, Mazda Miata. You may have heard of it. It is a pretty nice little car. They're excellent cars according to customers, reasonably happy with their cars because they're, quote, pretty dependable vehicles, quote, end quote. Number 3 on this list is Ford because the quality has gone up, even though they're dropping cars from their product line and they're sticking to trucks and SUVs. I guess cars aren't as important. Smaller cars weren't all that well made in the first place because they had problems. So now Ford, according to this list, is sticking to what they do best, and that is trucky type things. Honda made number 2 on the list because they have the best engines in the world, less engine failures than Toyota, for example. So they have better engines than Toyotas, and they have a wide range of vehicles to choose from. Good resale value, which is obviously right, and they're generally well built, but still have some issues that need to be ironed out before this person would ever buy one. And I don't know if they ever buy cars, they just work on cars. And the number 1 best brand in the world is Toyota, according to this list, period, hands down, end of statement. Even though that some people say, quote, they're not as quality as they used to be. Yes, they are. They're better than they used to be. All things are better than they used to be. The final statement with Toyota is that they have an insanely high resale value because people know they're good. That's why they have a resale value, because people know, maybe the customers have told other people that they're good and therefore people buy them. So that is your list of best brands ranked worst to best. Do you agree? I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with anything. Everything's all turned upside down. I don't know who to listen to anymore. One customer says this, one customer says that. One person has this opinion, one person has that opinion. Things aren't what they used to be. I'm gonna pull my hair out. Thanks for watching. Adios.